Okay, so now we're into 10.2. Just going to go over some polar equations and graphs. This is kind of, it bleeds over from 10.1 in terms of there's a few other equations that you have to convert from polar to rectangular. I'm not going to do all of them because I've covered them already, but just a couple that I do want to focus on would be something like this, would be theta equals negative pi over 4. Okay. So how you would tackle this one is I'm going to take the tangent of both sides. Okay. Now think of the relationships. Tangent of theta we can call y over x. And then tangent of negative pi over 4, the value of that is going to be negative 1. And then you would solve both sides by multiplying by x to get an equation you'll recognize, I think. And you get y equals negative x, okay? So let me show you the graph of this. So here I am in Desmos, okay? All right, so y equals negative x. What does that look like? Okay, well, remember, there's the line. Okay, let me get rid of this right here. Here's the line, and let me show you, this is what you would be used to right here, would be if I had a regular grid. That's the line y equals negative x, just a diagonal line slopes down. But if you go back to the polar grid here, how did we get this from the original equation, theta equals negative pi over 4? Remember, negative pi over 4 is this angle. So what it's saying is that the line is always on the graph, negative pi over 4, but it also continues to the opposite side here. Okay? So it takes into account the other side as well, the continuation of that line. Okay? So that's how we get that. All right. Let me show you one other. Okay. And I want to show you, just really quick, r sine of theta equals, we'll say negative 3. Okay. So r sine of theta equals negative 3. This one's done really quick. Remember, there's a relationship that r sine of theta is actually replaced by y. So it's just the equation y equals negative 3, which you should recognize that should be a horizontal line through negative 3. And that's what you get out of that one. Okay. So I just wanted to show you those couple. There's a few others, but we've seen them already, or at least we've seen some of the techniques before. You should be able to get those.